You are talking too much. Look at yourself. Look at how desperately you cling to the need for others to understand your vision. You explain your goals. You announce your plans. You seek out their applause before you have even taken the first step. Why? Does their validation make you stronger? Does their approval build your discipline? It does not. It makes you weak. It is a genjutsu you have cast upon yourself, an illusion that tells you your worth is measured by how loudly others cheer for you. Foolish. True power is not loud. It does not boast. It does not beg to be seen. You are letting your energy bleed out into empty words, when it should be focused entirely on execution. You want to be great, yet you operate like someone who only wishes to be perceived as great. There is a massive difference. People who announce their every move do so because they lack the resolve to walk the path alone. They need the warmth of the crowd because the cold isolation of the grind terrifies them. But you are beginning to realize the truth, aren't you? The crowd will not save you. The crowd will only distract you. They will project their own limitations onto you. They will tell you what is impossible, simply because they do not have the visual prowess to see it for themselves. Stop trying to give sight to the blind. Stop explaining the mountain to those who have never left the valley. Just disappear. To disappear does not merely mean to stay out of sight. It means to disconnect from the trivialities that drain your focus. The meaningless conversations, the endless scrolling, the desire to be available to everyone at all times. You are too accessible. And because you are too accessible, your time is treated as worthless. If you want to evolve, you must be willing to sever the ties of comfort. Growth requires destruction. To become who you are meant to be, you must first destroy who you currently are. And that cannot happen in the spotlight. It must happen in the dark. Think about a blade being forged. It is placed in the fire. It is struck repeatedly in the blinding heat and the crushing dark. It does not ask for pity. It does not explain to the blacksmith how much it hurts. It simply endures the process until it becomes unbreakable. You must become the blade. Isolation is not a punishment. It is a hyperbaric chamber for your mind. When you cut the noise, you are finally forced to sit in silence with your own thoughts. And that is what scares most people. They are terrified of what they will hear when the world stops talking. They are afraid they will realize how much time they have wasted. Let that fear wash over you. Acknowledge it, and then weaponize it. Motivation is a fleeting emotion. It is a spark that dies as soon as the wind blows. Do not rely on motivation. Rely on obsession. Obsession does not require an audience. Obsession does not care if you are tired. It does not care if your body aches or if your mind begs for rest. When you are truly obsessed, the work becomes your baseline reality. You wake up and you execute. You move through your day with cold, calculating precision. You do not let your emotions dictate your actions. You feel lazy? It does not matter. Execute. You feel sad? Irrelevant. Execute. I watched my entire clan perish. I carried the weight of a village's hatred on my shoulders. I was branded a traitor, a murderer, a monster. Did I let my emotions stop me? Did I sit in the corner and weep for the life I could have had? No. I moved in silence. I kept my eyes focused purely on the objective. I accepted the darkness because the darkness was necessary to protect the light. You must adopt this exact same detachment. Your goals do not care about your feelings. The weights in the gym do not care if you are tired. The skills you need to master do not care if you are distracted. The universe only responds to action. So act in utter silence. Let them think you fell off. Let them assume you gave up. Let them whisper that you lost your edge. Their ignorance is your greatest advantage. While they are busy socializing, you are studying. While they are sleeping, you are building. While they are complaining about their circumstances, you are in the shadows, analyzing your weaknesses and systematically destroying them. You are measuring your vessel. People fear what they cannot see. When you move in silence, you become unpredictable. You become dangerous, because no one knows what you are capable of anymore. You are upgrading your software in the background, out of the public eye. You must cultivate a ruthless discipline. Discipline is the bridge between reality and the illusion of your goals. Without it, you are just a dreamer, wandering in a genjutsu of your own making. Look at your daily routine. Is it the routine of a conqueror or the routine of a victim? How many hours do you waste numbing your mind because you are too cowardly to face the difficulty of your tasks? Every time you choose comfort over discipline, you are betraying yourself. You are telling your subconscious that your goals are not actually important to you. Stop betraying yourself. Forgive yourself for the time you have wasted in the past, but make a pact with your soul right now. No more half measures. True strength is a heavy burden. It requires you to walk paths that others find too terrifying. It requires you to look at your own flaws with a Sharingan, missing nothing, ignoring nothing, analyzing every detail of your inadequacy without flinching. You will lose friends. You will lose acquaintances who only kept you around because you validated their own laziness. When you start elevating, your sheer existence will make them uncomfortable. They will call you obsessed. They will say you have changed. Agree with them. Tell them, yes, I have changed, and then walk away. Do not explain the mathematics of your evolution to those who still count on their fingers. You do not owe anyone an explanation for your greatness. You only owe it to yourself to achieve it. Embrace the loneliness. The greatest shinobi, the most dangerous tacticians, they all operate alone at the highest level. Isolation is the price of excellence. Pay the price gladly. Wrap the shadows around you like a cloak. Let the silence become your sanctuary. For the next 6 months, I want you to vanish. Disappear from the timeline. Disappear from the pointless gatherings. Go completely dark. Submerge yourself into your craft, your body, your mind. Read, train, evolve. Suffer through the friction of learning new things. Push your physical limits until your muscles tear and rebuild stronger. Do not post about it. Do not tweet about it. Keep your mouth shut and let your results scream for you. When a snake sheds its skin, it hides. It goes under a rock, vulnerable, working in the dark to remove the old layer that no longer fits. It does not parade itself around while it is transforming. It waits. And when it finally emerges, it is sleek, renewed, and deadly. You are in the shedding phase. The old you must die so the new you can breathe. Let it die in silence. And when the time is right, when the work is finally done, you will not need to reintroduce yourself. Your presence alone will demand respect. They will look into your eyes, and they will see someone who survived the fire. They will see someone who mastered their own mind. They will see a monster they no longer recognize. But until that day comes, you have only one directive: disappear. You are still listening. That means the silence has not broken you yet. Good. But do not confuse understanding the concept of isolation with possessing the discipline to endure it. Many understand the words. Very few can survive the reality. The easiest person in this world to deceive is yourself. You tell yourself that tomorrow you will push harder. You convince your mind that a small compromise today will not affect the outcome of your life. That is a lie. A slow, poisonous genjutsu that dulls your instincts and leaves you vulnerable. Every single compromise is an act of self-sabotage. When you negotiate with weakness, weakness always wins. A shinobi does not enter the battlefield with hesitation, hoping the enemy will show mercy. The world will show you no mercy. It will take everything from you the moment you let your guard down. Look at the patterns of your daily life with complete objectivity. Strip away the excuses. Strip away your pride. What remains? If your actions do not align with your ambition, you are simply living in a fantasy. Wake up to reality. People will question your detachment. They will see your calm demeanor and mistake it for coldness. They will call you unfeeling because you no longer react to their petty dramas. Let them misunderstand you. Reacting to external chaos is a sign of an undisciplined mind. When someone insults you and you become angry, you have handed them the strings to your emotions. You have made yourself their puppet. A master tactician does not react to the board. He dictates it. I had to look into the eyes of those I loved most and make decisions that tore my soul apart. I could not afford the luxury of uncontrolled grief. I could not allow hatred or sorrow to cloud my judgment, because a single lapse in focus would have meant the complete destruction of everything I swore to protect. Your battles may not be fought with steel, but the psychological stakes are identical. If your mind is weak, you will fall to the first distraction that offers you temporary comfort. You must build an inner fortress, so fortified that no external storm can shake its foundation. Greatness is not an act of inspiration. It is the cold, relentless accumulation of unseen repetitions. When no one is watching, what do you do with your hours? When the room is quiet and the urge to be lazy creeps in, which voice do you obey? The amateur waits to feel ready. The professional executes regardless of circumstance. You must look at your day not as a collection of random events, but as a calculated sequence of operations. Every task must be finished with absolute precision. Do not rush through the fundamentals. A master does not skip the basics. He perfects them until they become second nature. When you train your body, push past the point of initial discomfort. When you train your intellect, force yourself through the friction of deep comprehension. That resistance you feel, that burning desire to quit, that is the exact threshold where growth occurs. Do not run from the friction. Step directly into it. Why do you still care what they think of you? The opinions of those who do not share your burden are entirely meaningless. They do not know the weight you carry. They do not understand the standard you have set for yourself. Why would you allow someone who is content with mediocrity to critique your standard of excellence? I spent years branded as a rogue, despised by the very people I bled to protect. I never once sought their gratitude. I never once explained my reasons. The mission was absolute, and my resolve was unbreakable. True conviction does not need a witness. If your dedication disappears the moment you lose an audience, you were never dedicated to the work, you were addicted to the praise. Sever that addiction immediately. Learn to love the empty room. Learn to love the quiet hours of early morning and late night, where nothing exists except you and your objective. When you no longer need anyone to validate your effort, you become truly dangerous. Your life is finite. Every second that passes is a breath you will never reclaim. Yet you spend your hours as if you have an eternity to squander. You give your attention away to whoever demands it. You let worthless arguments and superficial pursuits steal the only currency that truly matters. Treat your time like a blade drawn in battle. Do not waste a single motion. When you work, work with complete, terrifying intensity. When you rest, rest with intention so you may return sharper. Eliminate the gray areas, the half-focused working, the distracted resting. Either be fully present in your pursuit, or do not bother at all. Those who master their time master their destiny. Those who squander it will inevitably spend their final days looking back at their potential with bitter regret. Do not let yourself become a cautionary tale. You have reached the point where words must end, and absolute execution must begin. You know what must be done. You know the habits you must destroy. You know the discipline you must build. No more planning without action. No more theorizing about your potential. Let the world forget your face for a season. Let them assume you have fallen behind. While they laugh and waste their potential, you will be in the dark, refining your vessel, forging your mind into an impenetrable fortress. Let them sleep. When you finally step back into the light, you will not need to utter a single word to prove your strength. Your results will speak with the force of an undeniable reality. Now close your eyes, steady your breathing, and execute.